Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be, it only takes one person to destroy a lifetime of relationships. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. Pay it forward to someone who could use the video. So I'll jump right in. You were in a narcissistic relationship. Perhaps you're in one right now. You're looking to exit it. Perhaps you've already exited it. Point being, you know now that that relationship has changed your life forever. There's no going back to the version you were before you met the narcissist. Remember, on the channel frequently I mentioned to you that there are three versions of you. The version of you before you met the narcissist, the version of you when you were in the narcissistic relationship, and the third version of you, the galvanized version of you, when you have healed, you understand who you are, and you've reached that mountaintop of indifference, that pinnacle of indifference. Now, having said all those things, throughout the body of the relationship with the narcissist, many things occurred. One of these things was you found out rather quickly that some of your relationships were going to implode. They were going to have a wedge be driven between you and that individual. Let's say the narcissist, as an example, was a friend or a romantic interest for this part of the video. Well, they deduced rather quickly who you were, what made you tick. But what they did for this video is they figured out who your network was, who your social circle was, who the key members in your family were. And what did they do? Many times they tried to befriend these individuals, not always, but many times, or cast shadows of doubt about your stability, about who you are, and perhaps you're having issues. And they plant little seeds of doubt all throughout the relationship to virtually everybody that they encounter, who you know, which could be your friends, your social circle, your business associates, your immediate family members, people that you are a member of a community or organization of. And when they do these things, what they're doing is they're trying to isolate you right out in the open. Now, you don't know what's going on because you didn't know about narcissism. You weren't taught this in school. You're getting the wisdom on my channel, and you're understanding that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. But all it takes is one person to destroy relationships of a lifetime. What this means, again, is let's use the romantic setting. Let's say that you married the narcissist. Well, what did they do? Many times they ask you to relocate halfway around your state, city, country, globe, whatever. Why do they do that? I'll tell you why. Because they want you to become reliant upon them, or they want you not to have your network around you, your stability, if you will, that safety net, your immediate family or friends. And this is on purpose. Because remember, the narcissist wants to brainwash you. They want to trap you in that zombie-like, trance-like state, the narcissistic fog, where you don't know what's going on, and you are being led to slaughter by one individual. That's the narcissist. Not trying to be graphic there, but I'm letting you know. The narcissist, if you ever question yourself, does the narcissist know what they're doing? Yes, they do. Think about it. Think about how they turn the charm on to the general public, but with you, they would be experiencing most of the toxic behavior. Think about it. That's what happens. But the narcissist, what did they do? They drove wedges between you and all these people that were important to you. And they planted little seeds of mystery, seeds of doubt, seeds of distrust, if you will. And they knew what they were doing. This, again, was meant to destroy you. Yes, it was. It was meant to have you looking for the answers to what's going on. So let's take the romantic setting again. You moved halfway around the globe. You moved in with the narcissist. Now, what happens next? Well, usually, either they ask you to quit your job because they can support you, and what that path they're going to lead you down is financial abuse. So if they asked you to quit your job after you've already relocated and say you even got married, well, what they're doing there is they're saying, hey, I have the bills, don't you worry about it. You stay at home and be the stay-at-home mom or dad or whatever you're doing. And when you agree to that, by the way, I would not agree to that, but when you do, or if you did, and drop comments below, what happens there is now you are stuck in a dollhouse, if you will, like a Barbie or Ken dollhouse. You're stuck there, and you don't get out, and you don't get to experience interactions with individuals. And if you did try to go out and meet the neighbors, what would happen? Well, the neighbors mysteriously would not be talking to you after a period of time, after the narcissist figured out that you were getting a little too comfortable in your house, and perhaps you were expanding your social circle and you were meeting neighbors. Well, they couldn't have that, could they? No. The narcissist wanted you isolated all for themselves. So they wanted to feast on you, to get the supply from you. They didn't want your energy going out the door to neighbors. They didn't want you going out and experiencing life. They wanted to keep you at home, placed on that shelf, like in the dollhouse, and to take you down whenever they wanted to manipulate you or use you. And these are some of the steps that the narcissist does. I'll stay on track with that part. When that happens, the next thing you know is you don't have money to buy clothes or food, or you're asked to be paying the utility bills when you don't even have a job, you don't have money coming in. And the narcissist knows this. And what is the narcissist doing with their money? Number one, they're squirreling away their money, where they're probably investing it or hiding it somewhere. Unfortunate, but true. But now you can't even get the bare bones necessities. Maybe you can't even pay the water bill or whatever, or you haven't bought new clothes in 5 years. You can't get your hair done. You can't do your nails. You can't have basic medical needs met. Because why? Because the narcissist is not giving you the financial assistance. Now remember, before I shared this example, the narcissist told you they would take care of you. They asked you to quit your job. You probably had a high-paying job, or you were very comfortable. You had a network of friends. You had a different day than you had in the past when you were with the narcissist. In other words, you would probably wake up, exercise, meditate, journal, whatever you did, went to work, you checked in with yourself and got different people's perspectives at work. You interacted with people, probably had some lunches with individuals and maybe some dinners. Then you went back home to the narcissist. But they didn't want that, did they? No, they wanted you for themselves. But most importantly, they wanted to make sure you did not succeed in anything, in business, in life, in your accomplishments, your goals, in any aspect. Because remember, the narcissist is in competition with you. You just never knew it. Now, I am unpacking a lot here. I hope you're following this. But getting back on track, all it takes is one person to blow up the relationships that you've built over a lifetime. That's the narcissist in a nutshell. Think about how they separated you from perhaps your parents, from your siblings, from your neighbors, from your friends, from your hobbies, from anything you liked to do. And most importantly, from friendships that perhaps you've had over the body of a lifetime. The narcissist, remember, they are in competition not only with you, but with everybody that you associate with, because the narcissist does not see value in anything that has anything to do with you. Remember, the narcissist can't fall in love, they have no empathy, and they can't introspect, and they're not accountable. Those are 4 strikes, you are out. Think about it. But the narcissist, the whole time, they were looking to blow up relationships, your relationships. And the ultimate relationship they wanted to blow up was the relationship between whom? That's right, between you and the narcissist. That is why throughout the length of the relationship, the narcissist was always testing you. They were dipping their toe in your supply and seeing how much supply you had, how much of your resources were becoming diminished, how much further you could carry on before you actually couldn't even exist anymore. Because remember, when you're in the relationship, your health takes a hit, your finances, social circle, status, hobbies, jobs, everything takes a hit. Every single thing. There's not one part of you that was unscathed from the narcissistic relationship. You know what I'm sharing with you. It's a truth. It's a fact. This is exactly what the narcissist does. So when they wanted to blow up the relationship with you and them, what did they do? Most likely they discarded you or started to really turn on the devaluation and not be accountable. In other words, you would have to tolerate their poor behavior. They would have the childlike mentality, hey, take it or leave it. Either you're going to tolerate my poor behavior or you're not. And if you're not, well, that's too bad. It's going to carry on. If you are, well, then you're stuck where I want you to be. You can't get unstuck. You'll be in that quicksand, like zombie-like state where you can't function and you don't know where to turn. Why? Because you don't know what you're up against. Notice I said who you're up against. I said what you're up against. You're up against the evil forces. You're up against a spiritual battle. You're up against something that is at times seems insurmountable. But when you get the wisdom on my channel, you understand that you are the beautiful bright light. You are the positive energy. You are the one that the narcissist needed. You never needed the narcissist. Bear this in mind. The narcissist needs people like we need air to breathe. That is exactly why they're on their smartphones 24/7. That's exactly why they can't maintain any length of relationships with anybody, including spouses, their own children, neighbors, coworkers, friends, people in organizations. This is exactly why the narcissist moves from city to city, town to town, country to country, all over the globe, because they want a fresh start where new unsuspecting individuals don't know who they are or what their past is or what they will do to them. Really get the message here. But the narcissist, all it takes is one person, just one person to blow up all the relationships you've built up over the years. And it's completely true. By the way, drop comments below if you resonate with what I'm sharing with you. The narcissist is on a mission of destruction, of demolition, of manipulating tactics, of having you pining for them, of having you not being able to get unstuck. This is what the narcissist thrives on. and it is their fuel. That is why exactly if the narcissist did discard you, and if they didn't, my heart goes out to you. Either way, if you're out of the relationship, my heart goes out to you, but meaning you've had a very challenging experience, but my hope is you're on the healing path, headed in the same direction as myself and many others, simply just taking different footsteps, working towards healing, growing, learning, becoming awakened and aware. The narcissist knew this. They knew from the minute they met you, they sized you up. They said, wow, this one will be perfect, which the person was you. This person has empathy. They have a decent amount of money in the bank. Maybe they have an inheritance coming their way. They drive a fancy car. They can make me look good. They can provide a lifestyle for me that I cannot provide for myself. Play that again. That's what the narcissist is looking for. They're looking to become part of something that is not them and have that something become them, so they can change their energy with that something or someone, which was you. In other words, the energy exchange between you and the narcissist, not only was it real, but it was extremely powerful. That's why breaking the trauma bond is one of the most difficult things to do known to humankind. But when you do it and you look back in the mirror and say, oh my gosh, I was in that, I can't believe it. How did I get out? And it's true. How did you get out? I'll tell you how you got out. Because you finally saw behind the mask, and you finally took action, and you finally understood that you would have to practice radical acceptance, and you finally understood that this individual you're thinking about, they can't change. They don't want to change. They want to stay in the darkness, yet appear that they're in the light. They want to steal people's energy and consume it for themselves and have that energy transference from them to the other unsuspecting individual. Remember, the narcissist is a bottomless pit. They are an individual who can never be satiated. What is good enough to satisfy them today, it won't be the same tomorrow. They're going to need more. And the next day after that, they're going to need more. That is why any narcissist on the planet, their cup could never be full, ever. They're on an endless quest for something they will never find. They will never find a perfect human being. They will never find what they're looking for, because as soon as they believe that they found something, like let's say an individual who is kind, loving, and has a lot of resources, no matter what it is, any adjective you want to insert it. Once they find that person, what do? Well, usually they manipulate them and glom onto them and have that person fall in love for them, or have that person fall for the mask. And when that happens, boom, what happens? The narcissist is automatically bored and jaded. They're like, okay, I already did this. Wow, that only took a few months. The last time it took me 3 years. It's only taking me a couple months this time. Wow, okay, I'm getting really good at my skills. So what I'll do is I'll keep this one in the narcissistic fog, or on that spin cycle, and I'll just go get a new source of supply. I'll get this person's replacement, but I'll work a little quicker. I won't work harder. I'll work a little quicker. Why? Because I'm getting really good at this, and I know how to manipulate people, and I know how to bat my eyelashes and have people fall in love with me, and I know how to give the wink or the little glimmer to individuals to have them think that they are the love of my life, etc. I've really gotten good at this, and I will master it. But I also know, and I'm playing the narcissist, I'm not one in real life, I'm just playing one on this YouTube channel of mine. I will also know that the clock is ticking behind me, and each and every day my looks are fading. Each and every day more and more people are catching on to me. Each and every day fewer people that have known me for a period of time are hanging out with me, because they are now wising up to who I am, the narcissist. That's exactly true. That is exactly why I must work and continue to find new sources of supply, new unsuspecting people to take from, to manipulate, to destroy, to crumble up like a sheet of paper and throw away in the freeway. That's what I need to do. That's what I will do. But the narcissist also knows one thing, that Father Time is ticking, and all the Brazilian butt lifts and all of the waxing jobs and all of the other cosmetics that these individuals do. And if you do some of these things, God bless you, it's great. If you want to enhance your appearance, go for it. But the narcissist is fighting Father Time. The narcissist will not win that battle. They will continue to believe that they are in their 20s when they are in their 40s, 50s, 80s. They will never give up that. They will always think they look better than you, they're smarter than you, they have the best clothes, and et cetera, et cetera. Truth of the matter is, once you come through the fire and rise through the ashes like a phoenix, post-narcissistic relationship, you understand it doesn't matter if you're wearing a $3 t-shirt or if you're wearing a $10 t-shirt. Who cares? You have clothes on your back, you have food to eat, you have shelter, you have peace, you have harmony, you have abundance, you have the wisdom. You're getting it, you're acquiring it, you're understanding now that life goes at your speed, not the speed of another individual, and certainly not the speed of a narcissist. Understand the message. So as the thumbnail mentioned, all it takes is one individual to blow up relationships that were built upon a lifetime. It's completely true. One person, that's all it takes, that wants to take you down and or wants to disrupt your communication and or relationships with people. All they do is they plant seeds of doubt. They say a couple untruths, partial truths, no truths, maybe even triangulate you, my least favorite thing that these individuals do. And the next thing you know, the word is out and the gossip train has started, and boom, now perhaps you lose connection with your daughter, your son, your mom, the grandkids, your neighbor, a business associate, people in a community or organization. Why? Because the narcissist set this up, the smear campaign. That's exactly why. That's just one reason why. But many others, triangulation, gaslighting, stonewalling, all these things. These are all tricks that the narcissist implores or uses along the relationship path with them. And it's not until you get the education on my channel and wise up and figure out, wow, this person's getting worse. They're not getting better. And they keep telling me they're gonna change, but they don't. And then you finally process something. Wow, their actions aren't matching their words. And boom, there you go. You're like, okay, maybe it's time to end this relationship. Maybe it's time that I removed myself from it. Maybe it's time I had an exit plan. That's what my hope is. You're getting the message, because remember, not everybody on the planet thinks the way you think. Not everybody has your best interest at heart, and not everybody wants you to succeed. A prime example of that trifecta is the narcissist. They didn't want you to succeed. They don't want you to succeed. They didn't want you to survive. They don't want you to survive. They don't want you to learn, grow, and teach. Because why? Because they can't. Because they're stuck in their own tiny little pea brain, and all they do is play the same Hollywood script that goes around over and over and over again. The only thing that changes is the mask they wear and the cast of characters that they have thrown in the mix for that period of time. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed, continue to become awakened and aware, and understand all it takes is one person. Just one person to drive a wedge between all these relationships you've built up over life. So cultivate your relationships. If they're healthy and stable, continue to nurture them and grow them, and flip the script. If there are any relationships that are toxic or are draining, or you're getting anxious when you interact with these people, please drown them out. Go no contact, block them, delete them, remove all fly monkeys and people associated if you can, or if you want to. If you don't, just utilize gray rock, but don't associate with them. Don't let these energy vampires get to you any longer. Guys, remember, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that, you are not alone. God bless you, I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye guys.